We're in today with the Nvidia Geforce GT 120. This is a 2009 video card with 1 gig of VRAM DDR2. It's got 550 megahertz on the core clock and 510 megahertz on the memory clock. 128 bits bus width, DirectX 10 support with 32 shaders, and we're gonna pair it up with this i7 4th gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. I don't know how the video card is gonna hold, but I think that we need to jump in a couple of games and see how the whole system is holding. Let's go. All right, let's start with World of Tanks on 1366. This is let me show you what I have here. I got 1366 as a resolution, VSync is off, and I have 100% render scale. If there is any problems with the FPS here, I think I can use that render scale in order to increase the FPS just a little, you know. Please stress the video card and the system, but the system itself doesn't have any problem. So I got like 80 FPS on average. I don't know how it's gonna work in sniping mode and stuff like that, but I'm 100% sure I have to lower the quality in order to get playable FPS. Do I like how it looks? Not really, you know, but the video card is working, you know, so I need to use whatever I have here. Currently it sits between 70-80 FPS on average, with sometimes it's jumping to 100 FPS, but I'm not counting on that, you know. I think it's gonna be lower than that. If I stay between 80-100 FPS, then there is a chance I can use 1080p or a high resolution. In this case, with the average FPS that I have, it's kind of good, you know, so minimal quality, and this it's okay, you know. I can't ask more from a video card this old, seriously. In some cases you can actually see I got like 20 FPS depending on the zone. If I'm sniping in some position, you can actually see the FPS dropping to 20 and 30. Not okay, you know. When it comes to this, I will say lowering the render scale, it will be ideal for your gameplay with this video card. But if we're jumping in Call of Duty with this video card, you can actually see on low details with 1080p where I'm getting a lot of FPS. I mean, it's maximum FPS with this video card. I didn't know how the game is going to work, and I put it on low details, and I actually thought it's gonna lag, but it's giving me a maximum FPS in this occasion with 50% load, 55% load on the video card. I like the averages that is giving me. The frame time is kind of steady, you know. The system itself is not very stressed with this game. The GPU, on the other hand, has got only nearly 200 megabytes of VRAM utilized. You can actually see it looks kind of doggo, you know, on low quality, but that's what you get if you put it like this. But it does the job, you know. This is exactly what I need from this computer and this video card. High FPS. But if I jump in old Counter-Strike, you can actually see it's doing fantastic work. 100 FPS. I think it's limited, but it doesn't matter, you know. You can unlock it to get more FPS. But like this, with 100 FPS, you get 67% load on the GPU, nearly 35 watts consumption from the CPU, and it's utilized, you know, 25% maximum load on this CPU. It's not mandatory to have an i7 like this, but you need to understand that it's using 3.3 gig of system RAM, and it's utilizing it like this. The GPU is reaching 70% load, like I said, and 56 degrees with maximum fan speed. It's an okay performance overall. Only 300 megabytes of VRAM utilized from this video card, and 130 watts consumption from the whole computer. I like it, seriously, I like it. But if we're jumping in S.T.A.L.K.E.R with this video card with static light and maximum details, you can actually see it's trying to utilize the computer and this video card. Let me explain what I have here. So maximum details is very important because you can actually see the CPU and the GPU, it's utilizing nearly 120 watts on overall performance. So the system, this is how much it takes, you know. I think this performance, it's quite okay. If I want to improve this, I can put maybe medium details in order to get different type of FPS on average, but with maximum details I can see the GPU and how it's performing. Maximum core load, that is important, because even if I have 1 gig of VRAM, the game doesn't utilize it. This was the purpose, to put it on maximum detail to see if I can get any VRAM utilization, but because the core is maxed out, nothing. The frame time is got some spikes the moment you go around and you look on the map, and I think is very okay in some cases, but you see the graph every single time going up and down on the frame time. But if I'm jumping in Dragon Age with this video card, you can actually see on 1080p with low details I have a problem. barely 30 FPS. So if I'm interested on playing this game with this video card, I need to adjust the resolution because the quality, it's on low details, so I can do nothing more there on the quality. So the average is okay, you know, it's over 24 FPS. That is cinematic minimal FPS. But on low quality, it's not okay. You know, I was expecting more FPS from this computer here in this occasion. And yeah, I have to rethink the resolution because if I want to play this game, I think I have to put it on 720p with this video card, and I don't like it, you know. But does it run Crysis on 1080p with lowest details? You can actually see it's utilizing the computer 129.5 watts consumption, you know, but it doesn't have 60 FPS. I mean, I was not expecting 60 FPS as an average FPS from this computer. I mean, look at it, it's low details, and I think on 720p or 1024 will be ideal. I like that this game is actually the first game that is utilizing 640 from this. Yes, Crysis, go, go, go. It's utilizing this video card properly. Maximum core load 62 degrees. It looks okay-ish, you know, in this case with low details. On 1080p, to stress it out, is 1080p, and it looks okay-ish, you know. There's no artifacts, no glitches, everything is good. So I will say in overall performance, it's okay with this 120 GT. On the system side, you get 4.7 gig of system RAM being utilized. 8 gig of system RAM, it's required for any computer nowadays, even if it's older machine like retro gaming. And 30 watts consumption from the CPU. It's good when it comes to this performance. But if we're jumping in Gothic with this video card and this system, you can actually see on medium details with 1080p, it's actually doing great, you know, 60 FPS. In this case, you can actually see that with medium details, it looks okay, it runs okay, nearly 60 FPS with some spikes here and there, but it's decent, you know. I like games that actually utilizes the old video cards like this. It's a decent quality with decent performance on average. 15% load, not a lot of problem. 30 watts consumption, 5 gig of system RAM. So the system itself is not very stressed in this situation. 55 degrees. So the CPU has got 54 degrees with 15-20% load. Yeah, I have to change the thermal paste. Okay, so I think the CPU, it's drying up, you know. Regardless, the system is okay. I like it. And on the GPU side, you got 95% load on the GPU with 62 degrees. It's doing very well, you know, when it comes to this game. Only 280 megabytes of VRAM being utilized. I was expecting more VRAM utilization, but if it doesn't use more VRAM, then it's okay. I like it, you know, because this is an ideal situation for this computer, for this video card. But if we're jumping in Fallout with this video card, with this system, look at this. It's like it's made for this. 1080p, low details, and you're gonna see that the video card is doing a fantastic work. You know, even with low details, it's okay. You know, it's utilizing the system properly. In this case, you can actually see the FPS is 60. Flat, as not lots of stress on the computer, not a lot of bug, there's nothing wrong with it. So overall, with low quality, it's something that I will... Okay, don't look, you know, you're charging too much, Daniel. Okay, so it's working. The GPU, on the other hand, is being utilized around 60% load, 56-58 degrees on the video card with this amount of performance. Only 270 megabytes of VRAM utilized here. I like it. I like how it looks. I like how it's running. You know, it's a decent performance from this video card. In this case, the overall performance on this computer, I mean on this video card today that I managed to test, it's okay. Can say nothing bad about it. I don't know. I try to think about it, you know, but most of the time I go online, I see this video card super cheap and it's available and it's everywhere, and I can't say nothing wrong about this because you can get it everywhere. And it's got HDMI. You want more, seriously. If you want to connect DVI, VGA and HDMI at the same time, I don't think they work. I think it's only working DVI and HDMI. But yeah, I think VGA and DVI is going to work at the same time. But I don't know, you can test that. I like the video card. I'm happy that I have it. But when it comes to recommending it, if it's cheap, it's worth it. If not, if it doesn't have any purpose, then it's not okay, you know, because you can find other cheap video cards that do much better. They have higher performance with similar money that this video card costs to get. If you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.